Just making sure we're live. Yes, we are. Hello, Anna. Hello, Ms. Topaz. We got the ladies on. Hey. Let me just check our YouTube, see how we're doing there. Okay, we're all cool. Anna Bolin says, hello, Abdi. Well, I could change my name. Oh, she corrected herself. Mr. Heinrich, Andy, there's only one, and she's no longer with us, one person. Well, they all called me Andrew when I grew up until 17. And I came down the stairs one day and I said, from now on, I shall be called Andy. And my dad didn't mind, but there's my mum always called me Andrew to her last breath. And I've got one brother left and he calls me Andrew as well, but Andy is right. So you can call me Andrew, but you might sound like my mum, Mr. Heinrich, but that's cool. Don't worry about that. It's all good. It's all good. So does having money mean you're classy? Are you born with class? Are you educated in class? You win the lottery. Do you suddenly have class because you can buy fancy things? Oh, JG's, did I see JG? Oh, hello, Jay. Hi ho, silver lining. I heard last night's stream was pretty good here on Zounds. Mr. Perrin had been at it all afternoon with his family. It was quite funny. It was good. Oh, no, that wasn't on here. That was on Johnny Siam's stream. Oops. No, that doesn't matter. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Anna. But, you know, if you got a lot of money, it doesn't really matter, does it? I've met, you know, wealthy people and non-wealthy people, and they have class. And I think class is like it can be morality, the way you conduct yourself. It can be what things you buy. I know people that are classy. They buy something nice, and you can see, yeah, that's nice. There's something special about it. It's not bling. Bling is definitely not classy. Makes a statement. The statement being, I don't have class. New money, yeah, that's true, Andy. New money has no class. Well, a lot of the old money, I guess, is hereditary and is come from the old money, which is different from the new money. Says me talking around in circles, but I think you guys know what I mean. It's a strange time to live stream because the UK are asleep, which means Avery, basically, thank goodness. And no, joke. Australia is about right, and the States, I don't know. It's like early morning with the States, I think. With my conversations with Chuck, he's always finished work and is like going to go to bed or something. It's 12 hours behind here, I guess. Is it something like that? It's 12 midday here, so it's midnight, I guess, there. 1 a.m. for, yeah, that's right, yeah. So how's things going, guys? You happy? I'm really happy, just to let you know. Always am, really. I got kicked off a Facebook group called Sandwich Connoisseurs of Thailand, which is really good. My mate runs it. And then it's really good. And there's like, I don't know, about 3,000 in the group or something like that. And the admin is a good friend of mine, the admin guy, and suddenly I got a text yesterday saying from my friend, "There's no more Sandwich Group. Where's it gone?" And we've been kicked and all that. And I spoke to the admin guy today, and he said, "Nah," he said, "screen time, social media, people are taking it too seriously. I'm taking a break. We're on pause." Maybe, maybe a lot of people should. I don't know. Blue Topaz, it's more how you're raised. That's what I'm thinking, Blue. Money doesn't buy class, which is a learned thing, but money can definitely change your personality. And if you've been brought up right and you come into money or you make your own money, if you have that thing called class, and I'm not being classist here at all, whether you're sort of, I hate to even use, working class, middle class, and upper class, but we know it's there. But you can be any one of those three and still have class. I think it's a thing that you're born with or you're not. Oh, Chuck would be 3 hours later, so 10 p.m. for him in LA. Thank you, Mr. Heinrich, for the time checks there. What will we do without you? I can't live if living is without you. No time checks, no time checks. Well, it's midday 06 here, so. I want Mr. Perrin to come on because he's probably got a hangover. All right, let's go through the chat a bit. Yeah, you're right, Blue. I read that one out. Anna, Avery ain't been sleeping well. He had a late night stream last night. Well, that's par for the course, isn't it, with Avery? I mean, he's online like 22 hours a day. Anna, I find you learn class from others. A poor person can have more class than a rich person. Yeah, exactly, Anna. I mean, that's in a nutshell. I think you're influenced in your learning years of stuff, and that can be down to your parents or you endeavor to you find it. I don't know what it is. I'm not saying I have class. I'm not saying that at all. It just, what pisses me off is when I see people that have, they're not over rich, but they have money. They don't have to worry about the bills at the end of the month and that, and they pretend to be high so they be, well, this and that and this and that. I had a friend that was like that, and my wife said, well, he has as much class. I can't remember what was her analogy there. He has as much class as, like, I don't know, piece of cardboard or something. I don't know. Cardboard has class. It does what it's supposed to do. Anyway, I've been opening these streams over the last sort of couple of weeks, just like a debate. I mean, it's not serious. The other day it was, if you were a millionaire, where would you live? And halfway through, it went well, except halfway through Spoon came on. And then I kept trying to bring it back to the original theme. And I actually gave up and handed the reins over to Avery. What was the first one? I can't remember. That was, oh, yeah, does Buddhism... is Buddhism, a part of can Buddhism play a part in your life or something like that? I don't know. And that went well. That one, Shauna Sheep came up and started, real debating the subject. And then Az came on and it went really well. I think Andy Heinrich was listening in as well. He likes to lurk. And he's got a spanner, so he'll take care of the chat. That's what we like. We like our moderators. JG, one thing I want to ask you about your music, and this is with respect. The music you play is great, but I've seen some of these DJs, not those ones, but similar in Bangkok, and it's what I call plug and play. There was a notorious one. She's a good-looking girl, and she did all the movements, like the, hands on the knobs, if you pardon the expression, and the twiddling and that, the knobs, pardon my expression. But it was on a thumb drive. Her whole set was on a, so she didn't have to mix anything. Then you get the big boys that pay a lot of money. Some of it's on hard drive. Their downbeats are, but they mix as they go along, and that's why they make the big bucks. I'm just saying, Jay, I don't know whether those ones you pick are what I call plug and play DJs. Nothing wrong with them, but are they proper DJs? We like to twiddle the knobs, Blue. Keep it clean, please. Please, yeah. Oh, darling. Yeah, JG, yeah, you know, you understand what I mean. So when I go to a club, yes, I still go to clubs, and I see, you know, a local, or maybe from Southeast Asia, but mainly local. It's all about the looks and the motions and, you know, pumping, the fist pumping and everything else. But I know there's a thumb drive in a computer there, and her whole set is like, and it's not even mixed by her, to be honest. So it's all a bit fake. But not all, a lot of DJs know. I've seen them mix. I mean, Graham Gold, he used to work in England as a DJ. He's quite old now. He lives just off Gold Samui. Graham Gold, big name. And I saw him in Gold Samui. He had a party called Son of a Beach. And I was watching him with his music. He's got his monitors, he's got all his beats, and he's got segments, but he'll mix into segments and he'll change them as he goes along. I saw him. Works very, very hard. It was like a 5-hour set as well. But that's Graham Gold. And I know loads of others, you know. I know the names, I can't remember them now. They're good. But a lot of it now is becoming more showmanship. You know, and if you're playing an arena with 15,000 people, maybe the safest way is to have a lot of it on thumb drive in case you spill a beer over the mixer or something. I don't know. Anyway, you know, I'm a bit of a, you know, an expert at DJing, having DJed all my life. Blue, if you are caring, giving, helpful person, or a selfish person before having money, you'll still have those traits, just rich. Class can't be bought. Well, yeah. I think when I wrote the description, I was going to get a lot. No one's going to come up here and say, oh, money buys class. Look, I've just got this gold medallion. How classy is that? No. Andy's on form. He must be a night bird. Is a knob twiddler the same as a good thumb driver? Asking for a friend. I'd put it all in the same category, Andy. Once a knob, always a knob. Once a knob twiddler, always a knob twiddler. Definitely not classy. I see the way people are trying to direct me now. You can't get me. Well, actually, you can. I'm easy prey. I'm so naive. Not. Oh, I know why. I'll tell you what I haven't done. If anyone wants to join, I forgot to put the thing up. Sean the Sheep always reminds me to do it. But he's on the down low at the moment, I think. He's put himself on the back burner. I like Sean. I don't care what anybody says. Well, says Jay, I could do the fake DJ thing, but I'm not as good looking as those on YouTube. Yeah, we could all download a playlist, go to a club, and, you know, I was watching this Korean documentary about, I think it was Korea, could have been Japan, but I think it was Korea, about this old lady, 85 years old, and she's made quite a name for herself in the DJing market. Forgotten her name now, but I saw a video about her the other day. And she's got the beats, but she doesn't, I'm not sure of their mixing. You know, as an old DJ, or as an old school DJ, we used to mix vinyl, you know, to the beats per minute. We had variable speed decks, so we could mix one song into another, and you wouldn't know the change until you suddenly, oh, that's another song. But that was all on vinyl. And then the CDs came in, and you had those CD decks, which you could do the same. But what real techno guys or whatever you want to say, EDM guys do is they go home, and if they're rich, they can buy the what you call it, the masters of bass lines. They can buy from studios. I mean, you can buy packs on the net. They give you some beats, and then they just take the beat, like it could be Billie Jean or something like that. So then they've got doom, 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 and then they just add and add and add in their studio. And I guess they put that then onto hard drive, and it comes, they take it with them when they go to gigs. I don't know. But don't forget, a lot of these DJs are now called producers, and that's what they do. That's not why they earn millions of bloody dollars. No, DJs are not musicians, but the new guys that go into studios, and yes, they are copying. Well, some don't even copy a downbeat, Andy. Some make their own music up, but it's electronic. I think it would be harsh not to call them musicians, because they're using a tool that is a sort of a musical instrument. A musical instrument doesn't have to be made out of wood or metal, or, you know, like what's wrong with you playing a piano, recording a chord, and then putting something on top of that, and then something on top of that? I mean, I think that's a good debate. I think there's lots of categories of DJs, you know, and as I say, I'm old school. I never recorded anything. I played live, and I mixed. I had 3 turntables, and I'd mix, and I'd bring something in that people knew, and then I'd take it out, because you hear them going, yeah, no, not yet. But it was all in beat. It wasn't crash mixing, as we call it. Steve Perrin. Hi, Andy, and everyone in the chat. Still alive, Steve? And I like to say, I'm not one of these guys like JG and all that can hold a stream on their own. I'm not that sort of guy, to be honest. I like interaction, but it's working well at the moment, I think. Maybe you guys think differently. Okay? I mean, some people have called me a boring old sod, you know. Well, old, yes. I don't know what a sod means, really. Boring to some, possibly. Hey, who cares? Who really cares? Hey, we're doing well. We've picked up some viewers here. 13. Hello, Orb. How you doing, buddy? It's quite fun talking to yourself. Nobody's going to reply. Who's watching Ice Poseidon? Anybody? The guy is so dumb, but do you know what I like about him? He's one of the masters of making content. He can make and drama. I mean, not this stupid drama on this community. I mean, drama about, I don't know, a fly could land on a table near him, and he'd make a whole thing about it. And he's all about content. And he lets himself down in Thailand because he comes here totally unprepared. But he's more prepared than you know. And I know that. I've heard it from the horse's mouth. He's more prepared than meets the eye. He's a clever dude. He's a clever dude. But he's completely insane. But then again, he's young. Oh, Andy. Me or the other? Well, there isn't another Andy on there. There's only me and you, bro. Isn't there? There's another Andy on here. There used to be an Andy in the genre, Tiny Tots or something he was called. Andy, got on well with him. I was a Gupta with him at one stage, back in the day. Yeah, being a legend, Andy, is... sorry, do I have to call you by your surname so we know who we're talking to? Mr. Heinrich. I mean, who wouldn't want to be a legend? I mean, I don't think it's being a legend. I think it's the legacy. It comes from the same thing. Leaving a legacy is nice because you'll always be remembered, hopefully for good things. Oh, JG, that's exactly what I said. Ice knows the streaming business, but is still an idiot. I know, but there's a perverse side of me that quite enjoys him being an idiot, especially when he's in Thailand, when he's doing all the wrong things. You're going, you bloody idiot, you know. But there's something about him I like, whether it brings me back to the younger days, you know, when I was younger. Sorry, JG, I've lost you here, mate. I like to be a legend. I'm not a legend, bro. Oh dear. You go through some of the old guys around about 60 now, they remember my club in Bangkok, but you know, they're dying off. They're a dying breed, as we all are. So I don't know. Oh, Blue Deepak. I like Deepak because you see, this is where Ice is clever. He's almost put him under his wing, but he's good content. And I saw a stream where they raised, I mean, you talk about e-begging. These guys, I mean, and make no two bones about it. They're on Twitch, they're on, what's the other two platforms? Anyway, whatever platforms. They make money. And Deepak, they made him like 5,000 US in an hour. They're on Twitch, but there's another one they're on as well. I forget what it is now. Yes, exactly, Andy. Legacy Heinrich. Do I have to keep calling you Mr. Heinrich? Well, maybe not the Mr. Hopefully my legacy is positive. Well, yeah, I mean, kick. There you go. Of course, Steve. Impressive. Impressive. But, you know, it does make our live streams, you know, like Jeremiah, bless him, he's been quiet, by the way, no live streams. But, and he does it really well. And there's a few others that we all know. Can't think of anybody, but you know who I mean. They do good ones. But compared with the real pros, my goodness me, they're totally different. You know, they got over, 2,000 people watching at any one time. And it makes us really realize what a small little fish pond we're all in here. Okay, Andy's Mr. Heinrich's giving away some of his personal life here. Great. With 5 kids, 6 grandchildren, and a great granddaughter, hopefully I'm remembered. Well, true. I mean, legacy, you need a family, I guess, or a name that you've done something in society to have one. Family legacy is cool. Oh, Steak owns Kick. Okay, Jay. See, you guys know what you're talking about. And by the way, as Blue says, that's some sort of bloody family tree you're growing there, mate. You ain't going to be forgotten. I hope they all fund you now. Family begging, nothing wrong with that. The other day, I thought I would look into this just YouTube live, right? So I went on my own account and then a pop-up came, you have to have over 50 subscribers to do it. So suddenly, being slow as I am, I thought, oh, okay, I got the Zounds account. So I went on the Zounds and hey, presto, I started live streaming. I didn't publish most of them because they were tests, but I did leave one up there. But my idea is to use Zounds, if no one minds on Zounds, to get over 50 subs on my own channel. And to be honest, I don't even know what my own channel is called. I've never promoted it. I've got 10 subs on it, apparently. I don't even know when I opened it or how I opened it, but it's there. I guess there must be a name or a... Shall I take a look? I mean, sub to it, and then I can go live on that. That's a good idea. Hey, guys, I'm begging for subs. No, I'm not really. Let me find it. What's it called now? How do I do this? I've got my email there. I can't give that out. I don't want to do that. Hang on, must be on that one. Hang on, bear with me. Switch account. Okay, so I'm on this account now. Oh, Andy BKK at Andy BKK Chit Chat 1307. So I need 50 subscribers on that channel, and then I can do some live streaming on my own. You know, I mean, I don't mind using Zounds. It's great. No worries. But we'll see how it goes. I'm slowly, you know. All right, let's get back to the chat. No, I still fund them, Heinrich says. The bastards. I feel your pain, bro. Well, that's not true. Not really, not now. I have one son, one grandson, and my son puts, you know, schooling the grandson, no worries. And my son has some businesses on his own. So if anybody contributes to the family, it's my son does. Oh, my name's coming up everywhere here. It's got to be Spoon. Spoon, sub Mr. Andy Banker. Oh, wow. How did you do that? You wrote it on the thing. Oh, that's cool, bro. Thank you. So if I click that, do I go, does it work? It does. Oh, bro, that's so kind of you. Thank you. I don't even know how to do that. I am not very good at this. Oh, and Blue did it as well. Okay, Blue. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not going to get too far on this stream. There's 18 people watching now. So everyone sub to that. And then I can go live without sponging off Zounds. That'd be cool. Although, as I say, I'd have no problem doing Zounds. You can go live on YouTube if you use a laptop. It's only on mobile. But that's sort of like, you know, you can't do any IRLs or, you know, stuff. You can sit here. I could do it on my laptop. But Spoon, come on if you're feeling fruity. I don't know why I use the word fruity. Does anyone remember the old sweets, juicy fruits? Oh, especially when they brought in the sour flavors. I can't do that now, really. I don't want a big dental bill because I used to like wine gums and American hard gums. Now I'm more onto marshmallows and no, I'm joking, but I can't eat. Toffee would be a big mistake. Oh, Spoon's a peach. Well, of course you are, bro. Who said you weren't? Is that an English expression? That just brings back a memory of peach. How are you feeling, buddy? Oh, I'm peachy. Is that an English thing or an American thing or I don't know. I'm peachy. Oh, JG, you know it all. You can stream to YouTube with one sub. You just have to know how. Yes, but I'd rather do it legitimately. I want 50 subs. Let's see if my sub count's gone up. I bet it hasn't. Wow, got 12 now. That's 2 more than I had 10 minutes ago. Yay, that's Spoon and Blue. It's a bit pathetic when you can actually name the people that have just subbed. I mean, not pathetic with disrespecting them, but yeah, 12. Well, we got a long way to go, but it's a little road. It's a little goal that maybe I'll do, but I've always got Zounds. Oh, I get it. I know how to do that now, I think. Let me, copy and paste. It was pretty easy, right? Copy and paste. All right. The chit chat thing goes over from that channel still running that I contributed a lot to, but copy. Okay, let's see if this works. Shall I put it on YouTube or StreamYard? YouTube. All right. Here we go. Paste. Oh, there we go. Oh, cool. Why doesn't it click? There we go. Well, thank you, Spoon. And thank you, Blue. Well, how many family members have I got? No, they can't take me up to 50. Steve Perrin will be on there. Adrian will be on there. Who else are my close friends on here? Steve Clark would. So now we know who your true friends on here are, right? That's what friends are for. Spoon is, what does Mr. Heinrich say? Spoon is a Bikha, the murder. The murder doesn't sound very good. In French, that's shit, isn't it? Merde. Monsieur, ouvre la fenêtre, de murder. I don't know. I've subbed to you, Blue, by the way, but you ain't got any content. He called me a shithead. So I got the word shit right, see? Tu habla español, ¿qué pasa, hombre? ¿Cómo estás? That's it. Oh no, uno Sylvester? Una cerveza, por favor. That's about it. Oh, hang on. Blue's testing me here. Is that my channel as well? No, well, that used to be my channel. I used to be partners on that. We set it up about 3 years ago. And to be honest, I think we failed. My partner has lots of other interests, and it's his studio, and he does loads of stuff with the studio and documentaries and stuff. And I basically had the run of his studio with him. But we got to about 1,500 subs, and it didn't get any further. And to be honest, as one person has said, I'm a failed YouTuber. I am. Hands up. I failed. I mean, I don't think I put enough work into it, to be honest. And I didn't have enough savvy on PR to how to do it. So I'm not making excuses. I don't think I'm that good on camera like that. I mean, I used to do lots of TV work and radio work, when I was employed. But it was always interviewing people. I always had content. And on the radio show, I had, like things to do, time checks, weather, news. And, the team would work out a few topics for phone callers. But it was always working with other people to hold like a radio station is like, as I said earlier, to hold a stream. I don't find that easy. And I don't think I'm that good on camera, to be honest. But, if you're interviewing someone, it doesn't matter. God, I'm finding out so much now. Yes, that's So Blue. That's my channel. It's got loads and loads of videos. It goes back 2.5 years. You'll see me on there. I never look back at videos, by the way. Never do that. And the sub cap. Oh, no. Yeah, Bangkok Chit Chat's got 1,500. 1,500. 1,500. Let me see if my subs have gone up. This is cool. This is a game. I could do a nice Poseidon. I'll give $1,000 to the 50th subscriber. That was a terrible American accent, but you know what I'm saying. Switch account. Right, how many have I got now? Whoa! Oh, man. I got 17 subscribers. See, this is working. See, it was all part of a master plan. It wasn't. I just thought about it about 10 minutes ago. Whoa, got 17 subscribers. That's nice. Thank you, guys. Whoever just subscribed, the check's in the post. I wish I could say that, But no, seriously, thank you, guys. I won't put content up yet because I'm not together yet. But I've got to get to the 50 and then I'll be forced to do something because you've done it. So thank you so much for everyone who's just subscribed. I appreciate that. It's really kind of you. Heinrich says, 1,000 Americans, please. Not those damned Canadian dollars. Thing is, I'm missing the UK market. Not that they matter much. So this is I should change the subject of this one is it's using Zamzo, isn't it? Shouldn't do that really. Using Zamzo to promote myself, but I'm, people don't hate me. All the admin are cool, and Adrian, we're best buddies. I should have named the stream, get me to 50, please, and then I'll stop the stream and go live streaming. No, I won't. Not today. Hey, hang on, Anna, I'll try it. Hey, now. There's a guy that's on Pick Boss a lot. He's got a hey now thing. Is it Graham? Graham? Is it him? He's got a great voice. And I've always liked Az for his voice. I remember Az, right, back in the day when he just would appear on chats. That's it. And one day I think I will take claim for it. I don't care what anybody says. I claim, come on, Az, come on. And he did. And then we got talking all that. His voice, and someone said the other day on some stream or other, he sounds like he's got an English accent. I'm not saying he has an English accent, but he has definitely got a good voice. And I've checked out his IT stuff. He's not going through an expensive mic. I mean, I'm going through what is it? I don't know. A Sony headphone or something. Oh, Aztec. Andy, rubbish. You didn't do anything. Hi.
Hello. Hello. Am I on? Am I on?
Are you on?
Hello, Andy. Long time listener, first time caller.
Oh, first time caller.
Yeah, I have an answer for the question, and I just wanted to say people who have money don't talk about money. That's the one thing you learn in life.
Wow. In other words, you don't talk down about people that don't.
No, and you don't big up yourself.
You don't flash your cars around.
No, you don't.
Don't wear bling.
No.
Yeah. Okay, mate. Okay.
No,
mate.
That's an exception to the rule. Anyway, thank you for having me on. I love your show. I've got to go. I'm working. Okay. It's the middle of the working day.
Okay, as you first time caller, and you won yourself a tuna sandwich near a vending machine near you, bro.
Thank you. Cheers, Ed.
Okay, mate. Thanks a lot. Oh, he's great. Those were the radio days. I mean, I used to have. We got a caller from Padunam. Hello. Hello. Hello? Can you hear? Hello. Off. We have another caller, line 2. Oh, Andy, you're a piece of shit. Off. But that was great. That was live, and I love live radio. I mean, my goodness me. Yeah. But those days are gone. Saturn's Chariot. Thanks for nothing, Aztec. I like some of these old names. I just wish I could I feel daft speaking to. Hello, Satan's Chariot. How are you? Oh, I'm fine, Andy. Okay, how's the chariot? Still got the old 2 wheels going round and round? And what about the Satan thing? Less said about that, the better. Okay. Anna got the prize, didn't you? Oi. Loads of vending machines around Thailand. I was talking to Az about it because of our baking side of the family. I was thinking about it, and but there's lots more vending machines here now. Not like up to Japan or Korea's level, but there are more and more of them. There's even like little coffee machines on the sois, little roads, right? Like small lanes and that in Bangkok. They're on corners of sois. What is the price? 10 baht for a hot cup of coffee. I guess many people don't have facilities to cook anything, even boil a kettle here. I don't know. I mean, kitchens are not a big thing in the Thai culture. Outside kitchens, yes, with the wok. But, like as we know it as Westerners, an inside kitchen is fairly rare, I would say. Unless you have, you're classy. And, hey, have a look at my island in the kitchen. And I do like all that shit, though. I like a big kitchen and an island breakfast bar, because I find most times when we entertain, that's where all the fun is. The dining room table's fine as well, but the kitchen is where everyone, when I have people around, they all sort of like congregate around the kitchen area. It's great. It's lovely. It's warm. It's friendly. Warm. I don't mean warm with the heat, although it could be. But, and you've got the smell of the roast lamb coming through, and everyone's got their wine, and they're talking and joking and laughing. It's nice. Home hospitality, you can't beat it. Oh, I'm up to I've got JG now with his numbers. Oh, that's fantastic. I'm up to 20. Wow. That's so nice. I mean, I was on 10. I know that. I used to be on 1 and then 2 for, I mean, only accidentally I'd suddenly see it under my, I wasn't promoting anything and I wasn't even interested in it. Then I saw 2 and I was 2 for ages. But recently I saw 10 about like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I was 10 this morning and now I'm up to 20. Bloody Nora. I don't know what to say. I'm overcome with emotion. Let me check now. Everyone's on their old account subbing. That's great. I don't care. Subs are subs. It's not like I'm asking for money, although that's the next thing. Now, how do you do pay? What's it called? Pay friend? Pay pal? How do you get the money to me? I'm joking. No one get on their high horse, please. E-begging. I have nothing against e-begging. If people want to donate, that's their thing, isn't it? Andy, I can't find my subs now. What happened to my subs? I'm going to put everybody off air in a moment. That's going to be the next thing. I'll press the wrong bloody button. I used to just click this and find out how many subs I got. Now I can't, oh, maybe because I'm over 20, I got to do something else. I don't know. I don't even know how to open my account. I better go to that thing that people sent me. How do you do it? Where's Spoon? Spoon? Oh, that's on YouTube. All right. Okay, got it. I'm there. YouTube. No, not that one. That was the last one from Blue. I'm getting there, guys. Yes, I'm not exactly slick here, but I don't care. How many subs? How many subs? Give me subs. Give me subs. I want a sub. I want a Subway. 20 subscribers, dot on there. Wow. It says after no videos. I ain't done no content yet. I was thinking of doing like a walk around, but that gets boring after a while. But I go for a walk every morning and I have different ways and I quite like it. And I can have a chat with people if they want to, or I can just show people around, you know. But then what else are you going to do? I can go into the shops, look at the Thai food in the side. But finding some strange stuff. I found the other day, people were down this drain, like 9 people trying to get a snake out of it. Now, if I'd been live streaming, that would have been content. That would have been good. And I was thinking of doing stuff from my patio, like, you know, thoughts from a Bangkok garden or something, but that doesn't really have a ring about it. That sounds a bit boring, doesn't it, really? I mean, StreamYards is good because you have a panel, you know. I mean, how good was that? Just let Naz on. Brilliant. Anyone else wants to come on for a really quick chat? They can. I don't mind. I'm doing well on my own. I feel great. In fact, I'm going to shut up for a moment. To the beer, to the beer, to the beer, 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 to the beer. I'm in a singing mood this morning. I don't know why. Oh, I'm on camera. Bollocks. Don't want to do that. All right, back to the chat. Leia Spoon. Oh, sorry, Andy's gone. Mr. Heinrich's gone. Okay, thanks for joining, mate. Spoon's always, I like Spoon. And you can actually say, Spoon, hang on a second, I want to finish, and stop interrupting Spoon, and he does. He just can't help himself. Hello, Beezy. I've been away from the chat, I'm sorry. And I'm a big chat believer, by the way. Chat is king. This Blue's soliciting subs for me on the chat. I love it. That's what friends are for. Hi, Beezy. Don't be sneezy. Just sub to my channel and everything will be breezy. I could what's the word, wrap it up a bit, but I'm not in the mood at the moment. Steve Perrin. Laugh out loud. That would have been content at JG. What did JG say? I can't keep up with the chat. You guys, bloody hell. What do you mean I went naked? Stop it. It's so easy, isn't it, to get subs? And not subs, get viewers. See, the thing is, there's loads of these, JG knows, I mean, Steve knows, they don't necessarily go by their sub count. They go by their view count. And, you know, there are people that tune into channels that don't actually sub to them. You get like, you know, over 100,000 views or like 500,000 views. You don't need subs because you're getting the AdSense from YouTube on that. So subs is not necessarily what it's all about. But, you know, that's when you're talking high numbers. At the moment, we're on 20. So I'm really pleased with that. So a big up to everybody that subbed once again. And I'd like to say big up to Adrian. You know, Adrian, when he opened this channel, he sort of said, look, the way to do it is we're not doing it old styley. Only people that had the code were people that were trusted. And he just said, use it as your own channel. I mean, how good is that? You know, and he said, well, you know, we'll you know, send us, you know, we'll send you some money. Nah, that's all right, it's all right. And he treats it like his own channel. And I think it's not a bad way. In other words, now Zams hasn't necessarily got a, what's the word, an identity to a certain degree. It's like when Steve Perrin's on there and he opens up, it's almost like the Steve Perrin channel. I mean, he gets people on, but you know what I'm trying to say? And that's very, very generous of Adrian to do it. I mean, we could all, I don't even know how much StreamYards is. It's like, what, $20? 12. I've got Steve Perrin counting the sub count now. Should I change the name of the channel now? And if I have to, how do I do that? So I want to take off that Andy Bangkok. I just want Andy BKK. Can I do that? Let me try. Bear with me, guys and fellow subs. Andy, is there an edit thing there? No. I'll have to go to Studio or something, do I? Manage your account. Oh, that might do it. No, that's not. No, that's not it. Off that one. Let's go to another one. Andy Bangkok chat. Cool. Can you believe it? I keep having to go back to that link that Spoon left me in our chat on Zams here to get into my account. Why don't I have my account here? Why haven't I subbed to my account? Can I sub to my account? That'll make things easy. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. All right, let me just open up a new YouTube tab and see if I'm anywhere around. If I am, I doubt it because I haven't broadcasted anything. No. Oh, I got some notifications. Andy just subscribed. I got new subscribers, names of people coming up. All right. He subscribed 21 minutes ago. God, how does all this shit work? I don't know. I'm finding stuff out by the minute. Your channel. Got it. All right, 26 subscribers. Yay. Manage videos, customize, customize, change the name. No, Andy BKK, that's fine. The address doesn't matter in the end, does it? Because once people subscribe, they don't have to write all, I don't know what that 1307 is about. And I don't think I can change that. Or maybe I can. Hang on. Andy BK. If I change that, does that mess up the address? Not touching it. I'll wait for someone else to instruct me. Az will know. Az got me live streaming, so he's fine. Just wait till, Steve Perrin says, just wait till Avery sees the call out. He will add 50 subs on his own within 20 minutes. So how do you, excuse my ignorance, so if I have a YouTube channel now, that means my YouTube channel is out there as Andy BKK, right? Is that right? Because I've never promoted it. How do I promote shit? How do I get it up on recommended? Oh, that's through the community tab, I think. Oh, I don't know. All right, let me search for Andy BKK and see what comes up. No, nowhere near. Oh, there I am. All right. 27 subscribers. Love it, love it. I'm surrounded by all these other Andy BKKs. Shit that. Well, the other guy's got 1 subscriber. Oh, well, that's me as well. Below it says Andy BKK at another number, Andy BK number 1 subscriber. What's that? Someone's cloning me. I've been cloned. There's an Indian fella. He's got a turban on. Andy BKK 9037. Not that I'm promoting him, but there's another Andy B. Oh, this is interesting. I hope I'm not boring anybody. Oh, I don't care if I am, really. AIB Andy in Bangkok. Andy BKK Connection. 354 subscribers. How do I share the screen? Oh, I could share the screen, couldn't I? Present. Share screen. Andy Bangkok YouTube. Is that the one? Or do I go Windows? Yeah. Chrome tab. Okay. All right. Share. So I'm learning on the hoof here, man. Has that changed anything? No. Yes, it has. There we go. Go full screen. See where we're going here. Full screen layout. Oh, that's not very big. How do I make it bigger? Oh, that's made it smaller. Oh, I don't know. Whatever. We can deal with it. Solo layout. Yeah, full screen, all done. Never mind. Right, there we go. So there's me. How do I move it? Oh, I can't. No, I'm failing here. How do I move it? Oh, man. I have to learn how to. Oh, what have I done there? I'm going to take everybody off bloody thing in a moment. I'm leaving this now. Remove from stream. Remove me from the stream. Exit full screen layout. Let's do it that way. Someone's going to have a right old dig at me. Going to say, look at the idiot, the old man idiot here. I don't care. I've lost everything now. I've lost all my tabs. Don't even know if I'm broadcasting. Oh, I'm broadcasting because I can see. I still got my avatar there. Let's just stop, shall we? I mean, don't stop the stream, Andy, for heaven's sake. Now I'm really stuck. No, stop that. I'll keep that going. That's going. All right, StreamYards. And we're back. Okay. That's the problem with people my age. We don't really understand all the, things. That's what she said, Andy. JG, I even get my own vids in the record. Well, I guess that's my channel. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. That's very interesting. Very interesting. Nobody wants to come on. I don't care. I need to ask these questions to Avery, says Spoon. Yeah, but he's my baby boy. I can't really ask him. I prefer Az. But you're right, Steve. Just ask Avery. You learn by trying, Andy. Yes, you do, Jade. And that's, what I do want to do is, like these streamers, when a live chat comes up, you can hear it. It goes, JG just said, do. Is that only on paid chat, or can you get that on normal chat? And how do you do it if you can? Is everybody with me on this? You can't change the email address. Okay, Blue, I got that. Okay, cool. See where you're coming from. True Blue, I like Zounds. It's different every time. Oh, yeah. What I'm saying with Zounds. Yeah, it's different, isn't it? With Blue. Sound, it's like the old days is like, you know, one identity, global, you know, whatever. Now, anybody can come on, and that's what Adrian wanted. So big up to Adrian. He never listens to the channel anyway. Yeah, you need to ask Avery these questions. Yeah, true that. Now, JG's just sent me a link. What's that? That's me. Yay! 27 subscribers. We're climbing by the minute. Everyone's on their alt account subscribing. It's great. I guess, JG, you're in the middle of a lunch break or something, because this is an unusual time for you to be around. There's a big holiday coming up in Thailand. This Friday is the King's birthday. Then it's the weekend. And then Monday's a normal day. And then Tuesday and Wednesday are some Buddhist holidays or whatever. So everyone's having the Monday off, making it a 6-day holiday. It'd be great to drive around Bangkok. That's when I should do my streaming. Driving around the empty streets of Bangkok. All right, JG's got it. There are sites that you can use for TTS. I guess that's what it's called. And you just send the audio to the mic. Yeah, I get it. Okay. Well, JG's free. I'm free. Who remembers that sitcom? I'm free. What was that one? It was about, there was a sitcom in a department store with some gay dude. I'm free. What was that called? Are You Being Served? There we go. There's a sitcom from the past. Steve Perrin's all over that. I know he is. Talk to speech, True Blue Live. Talk to speech, I think. Yeah. I mean, I guess it works better on like super chats and stuff, because you don't want, you know, if you say there's like 30 people watching, the chat can get so busy, it's just going to talk over everything you're saying. So I guess when I start e-begging, I might try that. I'm joking. Ish. Mr. Humphreys, here we go. Yeah, hey, if people want to drop their, you know, their links down on the chat, you know, make sure it's clean. Although it doesn't really matter if it's not really. I don't think YouTube gets you on that. We are one, Global FM. We are one. We are the people, Global FM. What a great name. That will never be forgotten. It's like Talkback Thailand. That will never get forgotten. Clarky should, you know, he's got that name. Talkback Thailand, everyone knows. Well, the old fuddy-duddies know, like me. JG's going to the day 1,000 I'll monetize. Yeah, I mean, we monetized on Bangkok Chit Chat, that other channel that I used to be on, because we got to 1,500 and 40,000 hours. It's 40,000 hours and 1,000 subs. We got it. And I mean, it's a joke, because we only never got over 1,500 subs. It was a joke. It was like, well, you got 50 cents there, you got $1 there. And by the way, we don't pay you for 6 months. Well, I don't think they've ever paid us. E-busking. Now that's a good name. Is a much better. Well done, Steve. Free to walk on, buy, and give nothing. Oh, Mr. Perrin, you're a clever dude. Really? You just sound old. I'm joking. Steve, that's really... E-busking. From now on this channel, and on mine when I open it, if I do, we will call it e-busking. Yeah, you don't have to throw the coins into the violin case, do you? Or the hat? No. That's really good. E-busking. Oh, that's the name of the next debate. Is e-busking okay? Next week, ladies and gentlemen, debate number 4. Is e-busking kosher? Notice the way I used kosher then. Yeah, liven it up a little bit. It's bloody free money. Yeah, absolutely. And who disses free money? If you want to sit on your couch and give absolutely zero preparation, zero content, don't know what you're going to talk about, and just read the chat like I'm doing now, calling the kettle black I am, but anyway, but I'm not asking for money. And then you say here, you know, you can super chat me anytime you want, and da, and people do it. Don't blame the guy sat on the couch. Don't blame the guy that's giving the money. It's a free world, right? It's a free economy. The e-busking, it's fine. Okay, Beezy, thanks for joining us in your break. Get back to whatever you were doing and have a good afternoon. Could be on night shift. I don't know. Don't know where Beezy's calling from. Let's get back to the chat. I love JG. It's free money. Who turns down free money, right? Okay, JG, he's going. He's fed up with here, although he's free. He's got other things to do. They've got Steve Perrin, e-busking, right, JG? It's bloody free money, absolutely. True Blue retracted a message. I don't know why, but. True Blue Lives, is that you, Topaz, or what? Why have you retracted everything? You've retracted every single message. I can't get it back either. Can I? No. Right. Well, we've been going 64 minutes. I've run out of things to say. What's with this heat wave in Europe? Bloody hell. Are you feeling it? Oh, JG's not here anymore. Where's he? He's in Sweden, is he? Or Finland? Or some Scandinavian country? I've forgotten. What country is JG from? Sweden, isn't it? Is it Sweden? Been there. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, you've got the heat wave? All that bloody... You're going to get like floods with all that snow from the north coming down, being melted, mate. You're going to get an iceberg in your back garden in liquid form. Thing is, like, no, same crap weather in he's from Sweden. I'm safer with a blue dress, so switch back to the academy. Okay, just knowing you're still there, Blue. That's all right, cool. Yeah, JG, you sound like an Englishman. I was on the phone to my brother the other day. I said, how's the heat wave in England? He said, no, same crap weather here, raining. 16. Whoa. Well, that's not bad, but it's... And it's July, right? Oh, I just got a message here. Andy Heinrich has subscribed to your on YouTube. He subscribed on your quest for 50. And to be honest, you're going to say this is all planned. I just thought of it when I was streaming now. I didn't think about it. Really, I didn't, guys. It's sounding like I'm cleverer than I really am. Trust me, I'm not. Trust me, I'm not. Perrin Towers. Hello, mate. Sorry, I let you on. You can let yourself on. I'm sorry. Oh,
that's right. you let me on, and I hit the button at the same time and kicked myself off again.
It's a great feeling when you kick yourself off streams. It's great, isn't it? It's like,
I do it all the time.
I know. I ended the stream once by pressing that end broadcast. Do you remember when you came on first, when we first knew each other, and you said, "Oh, I don't know about all the buttons." And I said, "Don't hit that top button on the right. It's in red saying end broadcast."
Yeah, I don't think I ever did that. Let's rephrase that. I never did it unintentionally, but I think I did. Yeah. I think I had a rage quit one night and just thought, "Fuck this," and ended the broadcast.
If you're on a phone, I think it's easier because it's smaller, right? You know, like a laptop, everything's a lot bigger. So, how did yesterday afternoon? I joined the stream on Johnny's later, and you explaining you were with your extended family, sort of thing. And did it all end okay?
I can't remember a lot about it, Andy. I had a bit of a run, and I always feel a bit guilty about giving the other guys content, but I've said it many times. It's much easier, not much harder, rather, to not respond than it is to respond. You know, the temptation is when, because this Perrin Towers is a bit of a private joke.
Yeah,
not private joke, but somebody made a short that was probably not. I've not actually seen it, but I would guess not complimentary.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that at all.
With all these attacks or whatever, the hardest thing is actually to just ignore it, say nothing, move on, because you can guarantee that because I responded and put my side of the argument, there'll be more. There'll be over the weekend there'll be 2 or 3 hours of calling Steve Perrin a cunt. It's going to be obvious. Yeah. So it's just we won't bring it into here because we don't do that sort of thing here. But it's
Well, no, I don't care because we're all independent streamers when we come on to Zound, but there's no real policy anymore. But there's good people that are involved in it, so they know where the line is. But you're right; it's very hard not to respond.
Yeah,
it's so much easier not to, but we all seem to
respond. I mean, your natural instinct for most people, male or female, is if somebody's having a dig at you, you respond and have a dig back.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't do any good whatsoever. And I've told many people this. I'm a hypocrite myself in that I'm not following my own advice. I've always said I know it's much harder said than done. It's much harder to just ignore it and move on than it is to have a little rant. And I think it's quite good for the soul to have a bit of a rant as well.
Well, I think it is. It's a release. Hello, man. About Oz. How you doing, my mate? It's harder. It's a good release anyway. But what I find funny normally is someone will have a rant on their channel or the channel they were on without the other person or whatever they're having a rant about. Then the person they're having a rant about opens their channel without the other person. And it's almost like, well, I'll open my stream now and it's a one-way conversation to the nth degree. Yeah. It's absolutely ludicrous because it's just one way. If you weren't on here, I could have a real go at you and go, that bloody Perrin, he's a da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And then you open on your channel, go, that Andy, he's a da-da-da-da-da-da-da. There's no point. There's absolutely, you're trying to justify everything the other person said, but it's a one-way conversation. It's, good debate is fine, but good debate doesn't work in this community because it's just shouting over everybody.
Anyway, I only came on because it sounded like you were getting ready to end the stream, and I think everybody's enjoying it.
I like the way people pop on and pop off. You don't have to stay for duration. It's like a radio show. It's quite cool.
I heard you mention. That's it. You're right, Andy. That bloody Perrin. Yeah. But I heard you mention King's birthday on 28th.
Whose birthday? Was it,
King's birthday, isn't it? King's birthday on the 28th. And it's
What
also
day?
my wife's birthday.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cute. That's cool.
So we have, they're busy at the moment. We got a house full yesterday and we've got a house full today. They're all getting ready for the party on Friday.
Wow. Yeah. I heard you describing it all. How many people do you reckon?
Well, I cleaned 28 red chairs.
Oh,
So
man, you've rented the old metal chair thing, right? The collapsible, the folding chair things.
now we got
Or you got
28 chairs, the bog standard plastic chairs.
Oh, right, yeah.
And I'm surprised we've only got 4 tables though.
Well,
But,
how big are the tables?
I think you struggle to get more than 6 round them. I suppose that's about right, isn't it?
For 28. How many tables?
4 6s are 24, aren't they? So we've got 4 of them. 4 6s are 24. And let's face it,
Yeah.
there might be 28 people, and not everybody will be sat around the table.
No, that's true. Are you barbecuing? Or?
We've also got our patio table that's always there, and
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, don't sweat, man.
you said earlier on, Andy, the best place is always the kitchen at a party.
It's a thing, isn't it? It's the heart of the house. We've always said, I'm old school, born in a farmhouse, and where everything that was anything happened in the kitchen with the Aga and the big table. I mean, that's plus in the winter, it's the warmest place to be anyway in a farmhouse. But that's where everybody did everything, was in the kitchen. It was the kitchen.
An Aga. You had an Aga.
Yeah.
I used to dream of having an Aga.
They do really good ones now, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you got an inside and outside kitchen there?
In my house, yeah, I got a sort of the Western kitchen because with the oven, but we do baking, of course, for
Of course, yeah.
my wife's stuff and that, and the coffee shop. But we have a full-on oven and hob and a microwave, and yeah, but it's a Western kitchen. But outside, where the woks are, and where our maid cooks the food for us as well, it's outside. Well,
Yeah.
I set off the fire alarms.
Well, it also, Thai food, if it's anything like my wife's, is ridiculously spicy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you don't want that smell wafting through the house.
No. I mean, it's funny enough. I was cooking some fish, some sea bass the other day, and I went a bit over the top with some white wine vinegar while it was like shallow frying. Well, first of all, it knocked me straight in the face, and my eyes but it went around the whole house within like seconds. The whole house was like acidic, things and all that. So, and the maid looked at me and says, "You told me to cook all that sort of food outside." And I'm going, "Well, this is a sea bass. That's not Thai food. It's not cow or anything like that." But yeah, she was having a right dig at me with a smile on her face. She wants to get employed.
I know.
But yeah. It was funny. But you're right. I have extractor fans in the kitchen anyway as well. But for baking, it's fine. I mean, who doesn't mind the smell of baking around the house? Cookers and.
Oh yeah.
It's beautiful. But you're right. The kitchen. I don't know if it's everywhere in the world, but definitely in the UK and I would many places. It's the heart of the house. It's the kitchen. It's where everything is done.
Absolutely.
So what about okay?
No, if you got a good question, I'm struggling a bit this morning because I drank so much last night, and I'm thinking about going to do some hard physical work because that always sort of cures whatever hangover I've got.
My best recommendation for that and the state of mind you are is have a beer. It puts you right back to where you were. It's fine.
Well, we have got plenty of beer ready for the party. We've even got wine. We've even got some wine brought in.
I might actually come up. When is it?
Yeah, you're more than welcome. But it's going to start. Well, generally, these things start very early.
They do. That's why I like them.
and the monks are, there's the preparation, then the monks arrive, then they do their hour of
Yeah.
chanting and what have you. Then they get fed. Then everybody else gets brought at, and then when the monks will bless the house and bless me and my wife, and that's
Then
it.
it's party. Then it's party. Yeah. Feed the monks, drink the monks. Can't eat before the monks. No, they got to eat first. Get them on the way. Back of the pickup. Off they go down the road, and then Partysville, Arizona, bro. Yeah.
Well, what's strange, I am not a morning drinker. Even if I'd had nothing to drink, I'm probably what stops me from being an alcoholic. And I just don't like drinking before sort of midday at the very earliest. But they all start drinking, first thing in the morning, 8 o'clock. Then we've got one of the main chefs that come here, because a woman that actually does chefing for a business, is a friend of ours. She's sort of in charge of the kitchen, with about 4 or 5 helpers, and she starts drinking as soon as she arrives. 7 o'clock in the morning, and she actually gets angry with me because I'm the other main beer drinker. She gets angry with me if I don't join her in a beer. She rather like your maid having a dig at you with a smile on her face. Like this lady who's the chef is exactly the same. She's smiling at me when she's trying to force me to have a beer.
Oh man, God! Hey, give me her name. She can come round and do our next do. That's the sort of bloody chef. I'll talk to you at the end of the day when everyone's eating their food and how delicious it is. But I guess everything will be fine. And I mean, but I'm more of an early drinker anyway. I've always been, even when I was, in business. I used to always have a Friday lunch. It was always a lunch. And then it would go on till 5 or 6 or 7, but that would be about it. Because if it wasn't, then there'd be loads of trouble afterwards, because we'd gone past the line of sensibleness. You know what I mean? So we would get arseholed at lunchtime in a restaurant normally, and sometimes they closed at 2, but they'd keep open for us because we're buying the wine and everything else. But we stayed at about 5 or 6, and then most of us went back home. Enough was enough. You know what I mean? It's like a 5-hour session. But early. So I've never been a late night drinker, because I used to always have to get up to do the radio show the next morning anyway. So that's part of it.
Hold on a second. Is my microphone too loud, Andy? JG say on what's it called? Clipping.
It's a little bit clipping, but you're perfectly audible. No worries. Yeah.
Hold on. I think I can stop that.
The VUs are in the red. It goes into the red. Well done, JG. Yeah. JG, also, you're turning it down, but then we can't hear you.
Is that too low now?
No, that's fine. A little bit more.
What? Turn it down or up?
No, up a bit.
Up. Oh, hold on. Well, it's all right. I'll just talk a bit.
That's perfect.
I'll just talk a bit louder. There we go. Yeah.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
I use a bit of software called Peace. I think it's called Peace.
Beast.
Yeah. Peace, as in peace and love.
Oh, right. Not okay.
It's actually done by a guy called Peter, I think, and he just uses his initials. But it's really good. It blasts the volume up on my internal speaker on my laptop here, and I've got a big Bluetooth speaker, and it's brilliant for bursting, that sort of thing.
Well, I've just changed your audio settings. I've taken you off automatic, put you higher, so you're fine now. You're great. Just leave your end fine. You're cool.
Okay.
That's perfect.
But yeah, if I forget to turn this thing off, it does do what JG just said. It clips occasionally because it's still going through this bit of software. And it's great software, because the software, this piece, in effect, it's an equalizer, I guess. But it's actually some bass, so it actually works right at the start of it. So it's really clever. I love it.
What mic are you using?
I've got a little Bluetooth headset on.
Oh, right. Yeah, I've just got a pair of Sony not headphones. You know, what do you call them? Wire cable. Well, look, you can see cable things. That's all I got with the mic here. That's all I use, and I seem to be quite clear.
Yeah, I've got a pair of those. I should use those.
Well, I've hesitated to buy the mics, the blue thing, whatever they call it. And if I really took this seriously, I would. If I get up to 50 subs, on IRLs, I would use this one anyway, to be honest. But I'm just going to check my sub count. I'll say. No, I can't. I can't even find my channel.
Hold on. Do you want me to pin it for you?
Honestly, that's how, I've never promoted this channel in my life. I have to just put Andy BKK and do a search again. I can find it there.
Let me just find that, and I'll
I got it. 29 subscribers, bro.
There you go.
I started off today. I told you I don't want to repeat myself, but I had this channel for years. I didn't even know how I set it up. I didn't even know it existed until I went into streaming, like with StreamYards and all you guys and everything else. And then I found out I had a channel, had 1 sub, and then it went to 2. And then then stayed there for like 2 years. And then this morning I found I had 10, and I'd done none of this. And then I thought, I need it for 50 to do my live, YouTube thing, because now I use Zounds to do it. And you need 50 subscribers. So I just promoted it in this 1 hour stream, and I've now got, that's incredible. I've got now nearly 30 subscribers. I'm over halfway. How good is that?
Oh, believe me, Andy, as soon as Avery hears that it would help you to have some extra subs, he'll supply them. I guarantee it.
Well, see, Man About Oz says that they're all fake, Andy. Real subs like me have been subbed for years. Yeah, no, but I'm talking about on my private channel, Oz, that you probably don't know about. But I get the idea, and that's why if Avery comes on, I want 50, I would like 50 real subscribers, because then they're real family members, not 10 people under one name. So, but at least 50 subscribers, no matter what, gets me the ability to do it. So I can live with that. Of course I can. But, then maybe more subscribers will come. I don't know. I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it.
What I don't understand, Andy, is 50 thing, because you can use StreamYards straight away with 0 subscribers. You can use StreamYards to as your platform. Exactly the same way as we use Zounds, and unless you're doing, I can't remember what the limit is, but I think that gives you something like 5 hours of streaming a week, maybe more, before you even have to consider paying for it, sort of thing. So that's on StreamYard. There's a free plan. I can't remember what it is.
Yeah.
Somebody might be able to say from the chat, but it's 5 hours is more than enough for me. I've done little bits and pieces on my Zounds live channel, which was, what's the word? Sacrificial channel that I was going to just write different stuff out on, rather than spoiling something on this.
But if you go YouTube live, it says you're on a mobile. On a laptop, you can go live anytime on YouTube Live, no problem. But on a mobile phone, you have to have 50 subscribers. Although JJ says his way.
I've done it. I've streamed. I'm fairly
just on
sure
YouTube. Just on YouTube.
Yeah.
Just YouTube.
No, on StreamYard, I've streamed on my mobile phone.
Oh no, you can do that. I'm saying if you want to go live on YouTube only, forget StreamYards, just go live YouTube. On a laptop, I think you can do it no matter how many subs you have. But on a mobile, which is good for walking around and doing stuff outside the house or whatever, you've got to have 50 subs. Yeah, that's although JG said there was a ways round it, but that's what it is. 50
But
subscribers.
my question is, why don't you want to use why don't you want to use StreamYards as part of it? So you don't need to worry about these subs or whatever.
I could, if I took it more seriously, I would. But when I'm going for a walk, it's mainly just talking to chat, more or less like what Jeremiah does. It's like interaction with the chat as opposed to interaction with the panel. It's two different types of streaming here. I'm not saying it's going to work, and I'm not, whatever. I'm just saying I want to do what Jeremiah's doing and see what happens. Also, if you're using a mobile on StreamYards, it gets really hot, and everyone says that. My phone nearly blows up if I'm using it. You know, I can join the link for Zounds or whoever from my mobile, it's fine, and I get on. That's fine. And of course, with StreamYards, you can have the panel thing, but the YouTube Live is not panel. It's just you live streaming with the chat. That's and I quite like, in a way, I quite like that format. Because someone's sharing with you your experiences and not interrupting what you're doing, to be honest. But with a panel, you need other people to interact with. But you can interact with the chat if you're just doing YouTube Live. That's all I'm saying. And I just can't believe the response.
I follow you now.
Yeah. And I know Man About the House has said most of them maybe are alt and fake. I get it. I get that. But at least someone's doing it for me. So the sentiment's there. It's just the numbers are increasing quicker. But maybe after a while, you'll get a few new ones that subscribe to your channel. So I don't know. It's just in the back of my mind. I mean, with 50, I'm not saying I'm going to do it. But I'd like to do that other than sponge off Zounds. Because at the moment, I'm on Zounds YouTube doing my, you know, because we went through when I phoned you when I was drunk the other night. Remember? I couldn't publish it. Well, I worked that one out. It's Az put me straight as well. Az gave me a tutorial very quickly. I hadn't published it public. But the fact is I'm off the Zounds one, which is fine. I have no problem going, I could do that forever. Who cares? It's not monetary. So it's not like the money's going to Zounds. It's nothing to do with that. But I just fancy doing it under my own name. That's all. So I needed 50 subs. So, you know, at the moment it's looking bloody cool, bro. I can't believe it. It's really cool. So thanks everybody that has done it, even if they're using ops. You know, it's cool.
Satan's Chariot has just said, hold on, I should highlight these, shouldn't I? Makes better sense. Oh no, we'll leave your thing up there. Satan's Chariot says you can also use a platform called Prism. I've seen, I think Ben uses Prism on his.
I'll write that down. Hang on, let me write that down. All right, as a platform, yeah.
Yeah. I'm fairly sure from memory. I could be wrong, but I think Ben Newton uses Prism.
Yeah, I've looked at Kick, and when they asked me to subscribe, there was no money involved. I didn't do it because I wasn't sure what I was doing. But I think even you can get on Kick. But there's a lot of gamers on Kick, and you know I'm too old for that malarkey.
There's also a bikini section, Andy, that I stumbled across on Kick.
Oh, JG has just said 30, Andy. Woohoo! Because don't forget, people like Ricky and all those people that go around, they're just doing YouTube Live. That's all they're doing. They're not doing StreamYard. Well, they can do StreamYards if they're in their condo and they want to chat with other people, but they're using...
hold on a second, Andy.
That's all right, bro.
1 minute.
I'm going to go and get beer. I'm going to get a beer. Hang on.
Right, I'm back. I'll just wait till Andy comes back and say my goodbyes because I've got to go out. Excuse me. Anybody in the chat that fancies jumping on, I've got to disappear in about 30 seconds. So if there's anybody there wants to jump on and keep Andy company, I'm sure he'd appreciate it.
Sorry about that. I had to go for a refresh.
That's all right. Can you hear me, Andy?
Yeah, you're absolutely perfect,
All right.
man. Sound is spot
No,
on.
just checking. You know your camera's on, don't you? Because you did
Yeah.
say earlier, oh damn, my camera's on.
Well, on my own, I don't really like, a bit self-conscious. To be
Okay.
honest, but someone else
Andy,
understands.
I'm ever so sorry, mate, but I've really got to go. I'm being nagged to get off my skinny ass and do some work.
Well, to be honest with you, I quite like this people coming on and then going. They don't have to stay on the
great.
panels. Like Az came on and had a good chat with him. Then he goes off, and then you came on. I quite like that format. I think that works.
Excellent. Well, take care, Andy. Oh, look, we've got man
JG's
himself.
on. And we go. So you leave, and JG comes on. This is working really brilliantly.
Thanks, JG. Bye, Andy.
Hello, JG.
See ya.
Okay, thank you, Steve, for coming on. Hey, good luck with the party. I want to have full breakdown of what happened, if you can remember any of it.
Yeah, I won't. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, bro. All right.
Later.
Hi, JG.
Hey, Andy.
JG. Hey, this format's
What's up?
working quite well, JG. One people at a time. I like it.
Yeah, no one talking over each other.
Exactly. And I can hold the fort for a while, and I can say a few things, and suddenly someone comes on. I mean, I'm not against the StreamYard format. It's very good. It's lovely. But this is a new way of quite doing it. It's almost like if I had a queue of people, I could say, okay, JG, time's up. Bye. Someone else is coming on and swap you with someone else. It's a bit rude, but you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah, for sure.
Hey.
Yeah, I
new
mean,
ideas.
it has it does have its
Positive.
good things going.
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny.
Yeah. You're reading the chat. Well done, bro. You're a good wingman. Man about, he's thanking everybody and being nice with everybody. Karma. Hello, Karma. Karma, chameleon. Da, da, da. Andy, it's an app for the phone. Oh, so I'm talking to you now and you're here. How ridiculous is that? Yeah. But no, there may be ways around this YouTube live. I'm slow on this. I'm a relative new boy on this sort of thing, not music and technology radio wise, but I was brought into StreamYards with Stephen Clark with Talkback Thailand. How I got on there, I never know. Then I had my own channel and I started to learn a little bit, but I always thought StreamYards is the way to go, but now I've learned that you can do it, but it's solo on your own by going live on YouTube. But you needed those 50 subs. I've just looked at it while you've been chatting. I can't get it on my mobile phone. So you need 50 subs. And I'm using the Zounds YouTube channel to go live for testing. So it's fine. But I'd rather just do it under my own name, to be honest. I just think that's the way to go,
Yeah, Aztec, I don't have anything in particular to say, so I'm just here.
I'm just here to say, I love you.
Yeah.
So it's only 16 degrees where you are. I can't believe that. It's bloody July. What's wrong with Sweden?
It's Swedish summer.
Yeah, but I was in Norway. I lived in Norway I've been through all the seasons in Norway. And summer, like July, August, we got around about 30 degrees, The fjords were still bloody ice cold, which is a bit of a shock.
Yeah, it should get... Yeah, it should get warm next week.
Yeah.
Then we're going into August.
Yeah, August was the big month in Norway, where everybody didn't travel anywhere other than the northern Norway, went down to the south, to places like way down there. And it was parties, Phil. That's where I was a DJ, always in Kristiansand, August in Norway, because everyone from Tromsø, from Trondheim, from way up north would come down, because I guess it's still cold up there, and they can get some sort of 30 degrees down the south, I guess, you know.
Yeah, during the day we have like 20, 23.
All right. Listen, JG, you got a lot of equipment in front of you. Can you talk us through it? What have you got there?
It isn't. Here I have the DJ board.
Yep. That's for
And,
mixing CDs. Right?
That's just, yeah. And that's just ordinary numpad.
What does that do?
And I have a small keyboard, so I don't have a numpad on it.
What's a numpad? Oh, number pad. I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
I'm getting. Yeah, I'm sorry.
And
But
what
you know.
else? My the microphone.
You have a
And
keyboard
if you
though.
are wondering what these are, it's because it dampens the sound from the desk.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Because if I did like this,
Yeah.
in the microphone it sounded like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. Okay. And what mic are you using?
A blue snowball.
All right. Yeah, I know them. Heard of them. Okay. Looking as you're looking, you got a left-hand screen, the middle screen, which is a laptop, and then what's that thing on the right? It's got a red interface.
That's one of those Google.
No,
I don't even remember what it's called.
What does that do?
Basically
said
nothing.
Google.
It shows the
it looks
time
good.
and the weather. Yeah, it shows the time and the weather.
Yeah, it looks good when
I
you got a
just
camera
bought
over your
it.
shoulder.
Yeah, I just bought it because we had a special employment offer at work, so it cost
cool.
basically nothing for us.
Staff discount.
Yeah, Google is really nice to our store, so.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to read the. JG over. That's you. Why do I keep talking to you when you're there on the chat? But 30 subscribers. Yeah, we're going. Satan's. I don't know who Satan's Chariot is, but thanks for joining us. Great name there. Prism is a iOS app. All right. That's you again. Manabar Blue. When will you go live? Oh, yeah, good point. Because she's got a channel. When she goes live, hopefully I will promote people to go live. Because actually Jeremiah prompted me to go live, because that's how I started this whole thing 2 weeks ago about how can I go live, and I went to try to go live on my mobile on my own account, and that's a fail because I didn't have enough subscribers. So I went down. But then I asked a few people, as helped me, and so now I've got 30 subs. I've only got 20 to go, so that's cool. I don't mind if they're fake subs. I don't mind, because they're not like subs I've paid for, which will disappear. You know what I mean? And I think once you get to 50, YouTube can't take it away from you anyway. It's the same as monetizing.
Yeah, Andy, it's okay to remove me from full screen.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I was really interested
It's
in
only
your
me on
sound,
screen.
Oh, sorry, how
Yeah,
embarrassing.
and this is just, this is my Thailand phone, so to speak.
Still works? Oh, you mean you didn't buy it in Thailand?
No, I have all my contacts in Thailand on this one, or people from the community. Yeah, and people in the community.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I get it. I don't have two phones. I just
And
use.
that's just
line.
the ordinary.
Cost you well. You got a lot free from where you work, but you know, screens don't cost much these days, do they? I mean, as long as you don't buy the best of the brand new model, you can get models that came out last year that are brilliant anyway for next to nothing here in Thailand, to be honest.
Yeah.
Smooth screen. Right? Like
Yeah,
TV.
I mean, like everything I have here is bought on employment discount, so
Well,
I buy
you gotta-
everything at work.
you have to bump your salary somehow, bro. So you do it wherever, you know, like,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, if I worked on a farm, I would expect a sheep at discount. You know what I'm trying to say? So,
Yeah.
yeah. Spoon, why are you like just lurking, bro? Well, you're not lurking because you're speaking up, but Aztec and Spoon, what is going on between you two? I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I think that's the best bantering that goes on streaming sometimes is Spoon and Az, because there is a line that they don't cross. It's just like it's what we do. You know what I'm trying to say? I think if you met them in a restaurant or in someone's house, they'd get on brilliantly. They'd get on fine. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just a streaming Az and Spoon thing. That's the take that I would like to think.
Yeah, I think it's just friendly banter.
That's what I think. Blue Topaz
Yeah.
says, I will Az. Oh, she's talking about Az saying go live. I just have a lot of anxiety about it because I want it different with rules and it's so low budget. Yeah, but Blue, I mean, take a leaf out of my book in a sense. Oh, Spoon's on. Okay, hang on a second, Spoon. Device not connected. So just go. I'm thinking of going for it because, but I might fail. You know, there's already some people around saying I'm a failed YouTuber, and I put my hands up. I'm a failed on Bangkok Chit Chat, didn't work. But so what? You just move on and change things around and do better next time. But it wasn't the life and death of me. I was 69 when I started Bangkok Chit Chat, and at my age, it doesn't really matter. I've had enough success in my life not to worry about failing on YouTube. In this community, it doesn't really matter. It really does not matter. Hello, Spoon.
Yeah.
Hello.
Blue.
My name is Andy.
It
Good morning,
doesn't
Kitty.
matter if. Oh, sorry. You go
That's all right.
first, Spoon.
No,
You're
just
lagging.
saying hi. I was just saying hello to everybody.
Yeah, he's behaving.
Hello, Spoon.
Cheers.
Actually, I'm going to turn your mic up a bit, man. You're a bit
Cheers.
soft. There you
1 2 1 2. Is that better?
go. I've turned you up to 155 now. Say again.
Hello, hello.
Yes, fine. Yeah, you sound a bit remote.
Yeah,
but
that's
you're
fine.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Yeah, you're lagging a little bit. Not Spoon. Who's the other guy? JT. Yeah, you're not. There's a little gap in between our conversations. Is that StreamYards or?
Cheers, Grammy in the chat.
Not sure what you mean.
There's like a 1 second, unless you're slow in responding, which you're not. There's like a second delay after I ask you something. There's like 1, 2 seconds, and then you reply. You could be thinking. I don't know. I'm not having a.
Okay, yeah, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not totally awake yet.
Okay, we'll blame it on there. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. All right, Blue
But
Topaz
it could
says,
be
"I've
a
heard you."
delay.
Blue Topaz says, I've heard you today, Andy, and how yours will be a bit different with not real panels. It's good to have different people with different styles. Now, today has worked out really well because I've had one-on-one, and now we're going more back to the old style with Spoon on there now. And this is StreamYards. It's what StreamYards does, and it's fine. I don't know if you were listening before, Spoon. It was quite good. I had like guests on, and then they left. I didn't chuck them out. They left on their own volition. But it would be good to be so popular to have a queue of people ready to come on and have a chat for 5 minutes and then take them off and put someone else on. That's StreamYards would work really well under those under that format, wouldn't it? Spoon. No.
Well, I saw something similar to that. I saw this one girl. She would bring people up because she had one girlfriend of hers that was looking for a date. So she'd bring up all these weird dudes, and they'd all try to hit on the girl. They'd all have like 2 seconds, and she'd be like,
Oh, well.
next. That was
Yeah,
a
well,
good format.
Yeah,
She was
yeah,
just
that's-
crushing all these guys.
Well, that's sort of idea. But Az came on and he talked for like 5 minutes. We had a great convo for 5 minutes. He left. And then Steve Perrin came on after about me being on my own for about 5 minutes and talking to the chat. Then somebody else came on. I just found it was really easy to deal with. And it was nice. But you need a load of people to do that. And people have to realize they're not going to be on forever. But I'm not saying I don't want you on forever.
I hear it's not like a Friday. It's not like a Friday or Saturday night where people come to hang out for hours. They come. They pass by when they have a minute, when they're on a break or whatever from their work, whatever.
Yeah, I just like it, that sort of idea. Hello, Graham. Blue went live plenty of times in the past. Is that sort of something we have to read into, or is that just a statement? Graham, love your voice, by the way. Graham's got a great voice for radio.
I see Satan's chariot.
Yeah, no, Andy, they were talk.
Go on.
I just shut up.
No, JG's frightened of talking over everybody. No, Jay, go for it, man. You're being cool, bro.
Yeah, no, they were talking about, I don't remember who said it, but someone said that she didn't dare to start a stream. That's what they were talking about when they said that she had done streams before.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. You are listening. Well done, Jay. You're a good wingman there, bro.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah. We should do a double header one day. That would be good. Yeah. You know what a double header is, I guess, or not?
Yeah.
A double header is in
People
radio.
have all.
Sorry.
People always complained before that I don't read the chat, so now I always have it on a big extra window.
Yeah. I think the chat is very important. I mean, excluding the people doing skullduggery, as man about the house, man about Oz would say. But the chat's important because a lot of people don't want to go on the panel, but they're totally into the conversation. And they want to contribute, and they shouldn't be ignored. You know, the chat.
Yeah,
is
for
king.
sure, for sure.
You know, and it does get ignored.
I mean, the people in the chat, those are the subscribers.
Absolutely,
it's them that makes your channel.
Absolutely. But you know, there is a lot of shit going on in the chat sometimes. And and it is what it is. No worries. But people say, oh, why don't you come on the panel? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? It's not easy to go on the panel. I don't think so. For many people, it's really easy. It's like, whatever. But for many, it's not that easy to come on, and you're being broadcast. So people are watching you, and it's like being on camera for the first time. They're camera shy, number one, and then they're a bit, maybe worried about what they say. And it takes a certain type of person to come on a panel. It certainly does.
Yeah, for sure. Especially if you start a stream.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I hate start a stream by my own. I just hate it.
Well, that's why a lot of people put music on first. Avery does it for most of his stream, but he just loves playing music to people. He's like a born DJ. He just likes, or radio DJ, he just likes playing music to the public. And that's what he gets off on. He could do a 2-hour stream, not have anybody on the panel, have some people in the chat, of course, and just play his music because that's what he likes to do. But, I started the stream today. I think I'm getting a little better at it, a little bit better at it. I held the stream on my own and had things come into my mind and I put them over. You've been listening. I thought it went okay. I'm not good at it, but I thought I held the stream fairly okay. I'm not looking for compliments, but it was all right, right?
Yeah, you can hold it down.
But you can't always be in the mood for that.
Well, it helps when you're not here all the time. When somebody's here 24/7, they can't hold it down by themselves. We've heard it before, and we know what they're saying. It's over and over. You know, to be fresh, you have to kind of give the people a break.
Yeah.
Come once a week, you're fresh, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to do this on Zounds. I'd like to do maybe my live stream for me only, and that's for maybe videos that I can keep and give to my family anyway of what I do, and if the chat want to come in, they can. You know, I don't care. I'm not spanners and that. I don't really mind. The chat doesn't offend me. I like it when there's compliments, or I like it when there's what's the word? Criticism that's useful. You know, I like that as well. But people just have I remember once, many years ago, maybe JG can remember it, but it was just one stream. I happened to mention I live near the airport, where I live in Bangkok, and someone came up. It wasn't and they said, "Oh, Andy lives in those slums around the airport, like all slums are around airport." And it was such an obvious troll. I just laughed.
Oh, we got royalty. We got Mrs. Harriet in the house. Everybody has to stop and say hi, Mrs. Harriet. Long time no see. How you doing?
Yeah,
I hope
Harriet.
you're well.
Bloody hell, Harriet.
Yeah, I love Harriet.
We had the architect backstage, but he's disappeared now. Don't know where architect went.
Good. He's got anything
Yeah, I
good
know.
to say.
Whenever you come on, architect comes on, and then the whole bloody stream goes to shit. So, you know,
he holds a grudge. I picked on him in the past, but I'm a changed man now, Randy. Go back in the chat so we can time you out.
yeah, but you know, I you know, there is room for drama, and I get it. I really do get it. And there's, for me, if people are enjoying themselves and they like getting angry at somebody, and then the person that they're getting angry about responds, and they get angry, and they have a whole shit show going on, if they feel better at the end of the day, then there's no harm done in the sense of it's all free speech. But I can't understand people enjoying that themselves. I can't enjoy. I don't get it. I really don't get it.
Sometimes you just get caught up. It's like once Harriet invited me and Oz over to her channel because she wanted to sing for us. We ended up going there and just trashing each other the whole night. The poor girl had to suffer us for like 3-4 hours before she had enough, and she was like, "Okay, that's it for me." I'll sing my songs. I'll sing some other time. Poor girl. Chaka's in the house.
There's not many people live streaming at the moment. Or, well, the channels that I subscribe to, which is very few. I don't know how many people are live at this time of day. I'm not sure. Avery's going to wake up in a moment.
Somebody please drop that Andy chat in the link. I mean, the link in the chat. We got some new people in the house. Maybe Grammy, Nescafe, Harriet will sub up. Bring that up. Maybe we'll get 50 by the time we're done here tonight.
JG's done it. Then I'm going to be forced to go live streaming, which is fine. I'm not going to. I'm just testing the waters. You know what I mean? And for the 50 subscribers that will possibly go to my channel and there'll be no content ever. It's only a subscription. It doesn't matter. But without that, I can't do what I might do, if you see what I'm saying. So, no obligation here. No obligation. I'm feeling pressurized now because I felt so much love from the bloody people subscribing. I can't believe that. On all the days of Bangkok Chit Chat, we had 1,500 subscribers. We never got 40 subscribers in an hour and a half. Never, ever. It took us 2.5 years to get to 1,500.
You've had a lot of lurkers tonight. I've watched the numbers and I've watched the people in the chat, and it's the same 5-6 people in the chat, but we've went up to 20. So everybody kind of took a peek. So everybody's going to sub up to you because nobody wants to miss out on any drama, or like Mr. Perrin came in with a Perrin Towers, and that's hilarious because I know where that joke comes from. Somebody went to this castle and made it sound like it was this evil castle, and they said it's the Perrin Towers, and it made me laugh.
Really?
Because, Yeah, but it made me laugh because I wouldn't mind a castle named after me, man. Why not? Perrin
No,
Tower,
no.
genius.
That's clever. That's clever trolling. I don't mind trolls. You know what I mean? There's
Mr.
evil.
Perrin owned
trolls.
it. Yeah, Mr. Perrin took the name and owned it. It's the best way. We got Leo in the house. Everybody's showing up now.
Listen, JG, he knows above all, and I can talk to him till I'm blue in the bloody face with JG. But JG reacts to drama because I've realized that he is quite an emotional and sensitive guy. And on here, you know, if you say, I could say things now that would get me enemies with people instantly, and then my name's everywhere on all the channels. It's so easy. It's pathetic how easy it is. I could just go on a major rant about an individual or a channel or whatever, and then suddenly I become like Timmy, or, you know, nothing wrong with Timmy. He's doing his thing, and if he's happy, it's fine, as long as he doesn't hurt anybody. I mean, physically hurt anybody, emotionally hurt, well, forget it on here, because you're going to get emotionally hurt at one time or another. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Oh,
Guaranteed.
yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
You know,
Oh,
and
yes.
emotionally, I'm big into emotion. I am an empathetic sort of guy. And I can talk about topics like corporal punishment, capital punishment, and I'll make so many enemies. I had a big argument, not argument. It was a debate, so it was cool, about, you know, pedophiles and things like that. Should they be killed instantly, you know, and da-da-da-da. But I'll never forget it. And I got a lot of flack for just standing up to what I thought. And no one should ever criticize, if it's done nicely, how people think. It's their POV, you know what I mean? And they're not ramming it down anyone's throat, but when asked, they give their point of view. And you don't, you know, criticize someone's character over that is wrong.
Yeah, but Andy, one time I was spending too much time with Aztec, and I got all caught up with that anti-abortion stuff. So I was like, I'm anti-abortion too. I ended up having a rant with all my friends around the campfire, and I saw all the looks on their faces. I can tell instantly they all had abortions, and I'm there like, the murderous whores, and I'm going on and on about how evil it is to have abortions, and everybody's looking around at each other, and they're like, I'm like, oh my God, I just insulted all my friends. Like, they all have their hands in it, you know. So
just a big up for Anna, who's monitoring my subs here on my other channel. I love it, the way everyone's looking at it. It's like a goal. I've got to get to 50 before the end of the stream.
Jesus, it's like 3 a.m. for Anna. Poor Anna probably can't sleep tonight.
Oh, bless her, man. She's got a little teapot and a coffee pot on her table there. She's smoking a bit of weed, and she has such a good take on. I'll never forget, she showed me some fresh ice outside of her bloody house, and it was black. She put a flame to it. And normally, what does snow do if you put a flame to it? It just melts, right? It went black. It went almost like a lump of blood. I've never forgotten that, Anna. That's made an impression on my bloody brain forever, of the pollution that stuff went through to get to where she was. It's terrible. But I don't want to wish to think about that, bollocks. I'm not going to live long enough for it to have any. Here we go. Graham goes, pedos should be all lumped on a deserted island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. That way they can all themselves.
Fuck themselves.
Yeah, I get it. I only brought that up, Graham, as a subject that at school, I was taught to debate. And the teacher would come in and says, right, this is the subject. And it could be, let's just take, I don't know, corporal punishment. There was loads of other stuff. But who's for corporal punishment? So 6 people put their hands up. Who's against it? 6 people. So the 6 people that are against it, you had to argue for it. And the people that were for it had to argue against it. And they said, this is the art of debate. You've got to research, and you've got to think of an angle how to argue, for a better word, your point, which is against what you think. So in a way, they were teaching us to be impartial and to look at both sides of a story. And I've only realized that years later, why they were doing that. Because I was one of those that went for something, and they said, right, you debate the opposite. And you have to get your notes together, you know, you're given a week to debate, and you come up in front, and you have to talk solidly, you know, for 5 minutes about something, how good something is when you really hate it. And it's good. It makes the mind work. It's good.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
you know. Hey, I don't want to go on, but yeah, that's debating.
I feel like after the court's final hearing, like when they say, okay, you're going to prison for life without parole, I feel maybe it should be up to the family of the victims to make a vote amongst themselves. You know, like if some guy hurt a bunch of kids and there's 10 victims, those 10 parents or whoever's left around should be able to decide that guy's fate. You know, because do they want him to suffer in jail for another 30 years? He can write a book, he can make interviews, and he can still make money in jail. Or do they want him dead in a matter of months? You know, it should be up to them. The victims are the ones who are really...
I think a jail sentence, even if it's for life with no parole, is for someone that has murdered a load of bloody people, or one. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's 1, 2, or 1,000. One life. Living in prison, death is an easy way out. That's how I didn't want to bring the subject round to this because
look, there's a girl called Karla Homolka, right? Her husband and her got a bunch of kids to they groomed kids, they brought them in, and then they killed a bunch of them. And the first person to die was her own sister. They got her drunk so that her boyfriend could molest her, and then she ended up vomiting and dying of her own, she suffocated on her own vomit. And they got away with that murder. They just said she got drunk and suffocated. And she's walking the streets today in Montreal, and she's been trying to get into school programs because she has a child, and she's trying to get back her life, but she's not allowed to be around kids or anything, and she's trying to get into schools. So it's you see, we just let things go. Time goes by, we forget. She should have been doing way more time, but because she was a girl and he was the head of that whatever operation. But I mean, this woman should not be going to schoolyards with her own child. She should be away from it. Because of what
to make
did.
to make it more personal, I even hate thinking about this. But if someone murdered a member of my family, I would want to kill that person, right? But if I could get my hands on him, I think I would get the complete revenge that I thought was necessary. But for him to go and get an injection 15 years later, the 15 years of not knowing if you're going to be injected is a good punishment. But then you're injected, you're dead. I don't think that solves anything. Because they say, capital punishment cured. It doesn't. And it's been proven it doesn't. But if you were, what I'd want for that person is to be put in a cell for 4 meter by 4 meter, fed bread and water for 3 times a day, let out for half an hour for nature reasons, and spend the rest of his living life like that, then I would think that's punishment for what he did to my family. Better than him just being executed and he's gone. He's gone.
Very, very few prisons are rough nowadays. They're too lenient now. Pedophiles, they go there and they get protective custody. So they get every little thing that they want and need pretty much. There's no suffering for them. I would say you're a pedophile, you go in public. Let the people decide if you live or not. You're going to jail. No one should be taking care of you. You shouldn't have extra care, And they get a lot of stuff
letting it to the public is dangerous because, with all respect to the public, they are not necessarily qualified to make moral judgments on somebody that I think no one should take the life of anybody. And
I know, but if you
person, I solidly believe in that.
Yeah, but if you hurt a child, you shouldn't go to prison and then be protected. You shouldn't have that.
And then after 5 years of good behavior, you end up peeling potatoes in the bloody kitchen and you get a TV in your room. I agree. The punishments for these people are not as severe if they're imprisoned, incarcerated, but death is not the answer because
no, you're right. Yeah.
It's like a fly on your arm, you're bothering me, you're gone. End of. That fly is now not ever going to remember, well, I bothered that guy, but if people see that these people are but the way that they're imprisoned is what has to be looked at. There should be no privileges. There should be no commissaries. There shouldn't be anything. No psychiatric.
No, JG got what I was saying. You put them in the public, the pedophiles are going to die if they go into public population. But it's up to the criminals now. Let the prisons decide if they live or not. Once we put them in prison, we shouldn't care about them. You were out here molesting children that couldn't defend themselves. Now go defend yourself in the public population. Now go
Wow.
survive the big bikers and the cycles and
Well, that's
don't
throwing them
protect
back in-
them. Don't send them to
That's
jail and then
right.
protect them.
That's throwing them back into the law of the jungle, really.
Well, that's how I would be happy if I knew a person got caught for pedophilia and they were actually charged and we know there's proof. Send them into the public generation.
Yeah, but let me
They
throw
don't
a
vote.
real spanner in the works, or a spoon in the works. Listen, so this pedophile's walking down a high street, and a guy that's really like against this sort of thing and this criminal act that he did kills him. Is the guy that committed the killing? He's equally to blame for taking somebody's life. He has
Yeah, but
no
that's what-
right
that-
to
yeah,
take
but that's what
anybody's
they
life.
do.
No right,
That-
no right.
But that's what they do, right? That's why we put them in there because they're killers. They're gonna kill again if they get a chance. They're killers.
Yeah, so let them suffer for. It's almost like a hell, but of course you only live for a certain minute. You know, hell's it. If you believe in hell, it's eternal.
Yeah, but once you
This is not eternity.
once you kill again in prison, then you don't get nothing. Now you're locked up 23 hours a day. And when they let you out, you don't really there's no contact with anybody. So it's like they put you in prison even after you've been in prison. So they give you a chance, but if you go into jail and you start killing people in jail, now you don't have no freedom. You don't talk to nobody now. Now you stay alone on your own corner. That's what they do with psycho murderers. They don't get to talk to anybody. They go right away into their own little corner and that's it. That's their life.
I
from
get
now
it.
on.
What I have noticed with the American justice system is only from what I've seen, so it's only my point of view from what I've seen, and I'm not sure if it happens in the West or in the UK, is that if someone is convicted, the people that have been affected by that, whether it's normally family members, they can confront the convicted person and tell them what they think of them. That's a thing now in the States. You can do that, right? In court.
Well,
You
in
have
court,
an
in court, you get your say, and they get their say too. A lot of them when they're
No,
remorseful,
I'm saying this is once they're convicted. Once they're convicted,
Yeah.
the sister or the mother or whatever, it doesn't matter who have been, they can say, and some of them say, look, we forgive you. What you did was terrible. And then they explain how it's affected their life of what they did. So it's making them feel even more guilty. But they do that in the States, right? It's a thing, isn't it? I don't know what you have to do to get that done, but it is. I don't know if it's like that in the UK or Australia or whatever, but in a way, that's a way of the family members releasing some of their, it helps them to, what's the word? To complete the, what do you call it? To get an ending, to get a, get a finish.
It's like, I forget the word too, like resolve.
Yeah,
it's like it's to get
yeah.
closure, get closure.
Closure, to get some sort of closure. And I'm all for that, because the most important people that are affected by that horrible person that did what, whether it be with children or adults or whatever, it's not, you vent and then you come out saying, well, I told him. And then he goes and lives for the rest of his living years in a cell by 4x4, and that's it. And he may die being insane, or he might try and commit suicide. Well, if he does that, that's on him.
Yeah, well, in America, it's fucked up because there's women that actually are like attracted to serial killers and murderers and all that. So they actually get girlfriends and wives as like lifers. They got 25 to life and they're married. They're getting married in prison. They become celebrities in a way. I'll be back in 2 minutes, but I'm listening.
Graham, you remind me of what happened when we had this debate, because it was a very good debate about 2 years ago online or on air. But I get it. I so get it. But to me, that is just revenge taken to the nth degree. And after 10 minutes of his balls being taken out, he's going to get surgery and he's going to recover. And then he's going to be, in 10 years, 5 years from now, he'll have a TV in his cell. He'll, as I say, be on kitchen duties or laundry duties or making license plates or whatever they do in jail. I have no idea. Well, I have some idea. But you know what I'm trying to say? And to me, that guy should be punished for every living second that he lives. And the longer he lives, the worse the punishment it becomes. And that's real punishment. If I lost a loved one, that's what I would want. I wouldn't want him going on being injected. No, for me, no. Or anything, or an arm cut off, or his balls taken. No. For me, just thrown in a cell on his own for the rest of his life. I mean, that is the definition of hell. To me, it is. I don't know about anybody else. I mean, but then, of course, it costs the state a lot of money to keep that guy. And it goes down to the taxpayer. Oh, JG has resulted to texting.
Sorry.
No, it's fine, mate. I can put your text up. No worries. I mean, I know you were listening. I know you were. Oh, they even have a dating.
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt you, so I just type in the chat.
You're so polite when you're on my stream, bro. You're so polite. But
You're welcome.
It's true. And it's all the fan mail these guys get, you know, or girls get. They're fan mail. That people want to marry them. There's a statistic out there. I can find it probably. How many like murderers on death row get like, you know, invitations to get married? I mean, but this is all on the sordid side of life. If someone is guilty, and then of course there's all those ones like years ago, there was no DNA, that have been imprisoned or executed that were innocent. I mean, let's throw that in the mix.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it's...
I think it happens more than people think, that they are wrongly put in prison.
I agree.
Well,
Look
not
at
not these days.
Well, because there's lots of charities that have got lawyers now, because these people are not like O.J. Simpson, where if you have a clever enough and pay enough money to get, you know, get it off, you'll do it. I mean, everyone knows O.J. Simpson was guilty of murdering 2 people. Everyone knows it. Everybody knows it.
Yeah, for sure.
And he's walking around free because he had money. He ain't got much money now.
Yeah, good lawyers. Good lawyers.
Good lawyers. Good lawyers. So, you know, the whole system is shit, to be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. But I don't like an eye for an eye thing. I think, you know, someone steals something from you. Do you go over to their house and steal something from them? That's an eye for an eye. Nah, wrong. Because you're falling down.
Yeah, that's kind of stupid to do.
Yeah, because they'll probably know who did it.
Yeah.
No, but you understand what I mean. It's like quid pro quo. There's all these, you know, like you do this, I'm going to do that. It's all like negative energy against negative energy. It's like you got to do something positive in the situation, and it's difficult. If you've lost your loved one, all you want to do is someone give you a gun, go up to the guy and shoot him between the eyes, and for that, on a one-on-one, that works. But looking at it from outside, that doesn't achieve anything. I mean, the guy's been let off because he's dead and doesn't know anything anymore. He's out of the equation. The person that shot the person thinks, I killed him, great. But I've just killed somebody. How can you live with that either? That's what I don't get. I really don't get it.
Killing works if it's about money.
But those that kill and that stuff, they aren't all up there. That's why they can handle it.
Yeah.
There is something wrong in the brain.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think anybody that murders somebody, unless it's out of pure, you know, anger management hasn't been done, and you lose your temper, you go into a part of your brain that is not correct, and you kill that person.
Yeah.
So you are insane because you're not of your mental.
Definitely.
Right. And that can be
not
many.
Always. Sometimes it's a business strategy. If you're somebody that's involved in the black market, you're selling something illegal, you're doing criminal stuff. Sometimes getting rid of somebody is the only way to ensure that your business will continue. Some people come into your area, they want to take over your business. Criminals been doing that for since forever, since the history of man. people have to take out people. You know, kings and queens did it. Everybody did it, right? Like
Oh yeah,
nowadays,
you're
it's
right.
gangsters.
Yeah.
Like
Good
they got to
point,
get rid
good
of the
point,
competition. And
Good point. Yeah, I mean that's the same as
Yeah,
cartels.
but
Spoon.
Spoon, there is the difference. Let's say the Kings. They didn't do it. They had people do it for them. Just like with gangsters. The leaders hardly ever do it. They let others do it. So of course it is easier. Because
You're
they
right,
don't
and it's-
have to
it's still
do it
evil.
themselves.
and it's still
Yeah,
evil at the end of the day.
but yeah, for sure. There is still something wrong in the head.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because you don't want to live with the rest of society. So you're in a world where you have to kill the competition. In normal society, we just we do better, right? We work harder, right? We don't just
Yeah,
kill off the
exactly.
competition, you know. But I mean, presidents still do it today. As far as the kings, like presidents still do it today, right? Like there's a problem with another country, they go to war and they sell us all kinds of bullshit, telling us all types of stories just so they can get their wars. Weapons of mass destruction. Fucking Saddam Hussein was like, "What the fuck? What are you talking about? All I got is some firecrackers and a pistol." It's like, no, we're going in.
Yeah, that was a shit move from the US, definitely. Even though Saddam sucks ass, but yeah,
No, so
it
there's
was
always, it never ends.
shitty to say he had all these this stuff when he basically only had the chemical stuff.
It's funny, because after the towers came down in America, they went to war. First, they started with Iraq, then they ended up in Afghanistan. But they went in looking for weapons, and then they left weapons for Afghanistan. So it's like they left an army behind. It's like it's such hypocrisy from the American government. But whatever, it's people forget. Time goes on.
Yeah, I mean, the U.S. sent a lot of guns and weapons to Afghanistan before they went there.
Yeah, before
And
they left.
when they went into Afghanistan, of course they will use the weapons against them.
Yeah, especially now because they left all types of equipment. They didn't bring nothing back almost. So
Yeah.
they basically armed the Taliban even better than they were.
Yep. Yep.
So
Yep.
of course the Taliban is ruling Afghanistan at the moment. It's not the government of Afghanistan anymore. It's the Taliban.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Didn't change nothing over there. And,
But
we have
the
it in our
U.S.
minds.
Have left Afghanistan now, haven't they?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. When they left, they left a lot of equipment. They left trucks and bunkers full of weapons and sophisticated weapons. Like when they first showed up, the Afghanistans only had old AK-47s from the last time the Russians helped them. Now they got brand new ARs and all these machine guns and everything. The U.S. just left. Hey, we got Souths in the house.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I'll put them in a cell and torture them mentally. Harriet's on it. She knows. She was living under Sharia law. She knows.
What did Harriet say? I'll put them in a cell and torture them mentally till they can't bear it. No amount of physical pain can affect those. Yeah, and and I come over all wrong when it sounds like I'm justifying what they do. I don't. But I think that anybody.
What's that famous torture site, Guantanamo Bay?
Yeah,
They could put everyone there. They could put every pedos and shitheads there.
Yeah,
to eat the cock meat sandwich.
apparently with pedophiles, though I don't know if I'm allowed to say that word on YouTube, but I said it. You know, when they come out, they're on a list, right? And they appear sometimes in communities where these communities get hold of that list. And
well, they're on a public list. You go on your computer and you write predators, and there's little red dots everywhere on your map. You can see if your neighbors are convicted of any, foul play like that, like minors.
I mean, to be honest, all right, let's get into this pedo thing. Let's do it, but sensibly and maturely. So, chat, be careful. For someone, like, we all have sexual preferences, right? Spoon likes people with, leather boots and, like, masks.
No, I like feet. I don't, no shoes, no socks. I like feet. No shoes, no socks.
Yeah, there you go. So that is a fetish. That is a fetish, right? Now, hear me out, right?
Yeah.
And please, chat, be nice on me here. I am just debating. So that is a fetish. So, and then you get people that like, I wouldn't go with a woman over 40, or I only go with women over 20, or I only like women over 60, or whatever. The fact that people are like kids at, whatever the age is that a fetish? Is that something that they're just built wrong in their brain, which is not necessarily their fault? Because I like, I was going to say candy, but I'm talking to JG here, and that's a bad word to use.
It's very, very simple.
He went through it all. He went all through that Candyman thing.
If you don't have the mental capabilities to understand that children are innocent and don't know shit, if you weren't a child and if you don't look back at your life and think, man, I didn't know nothing when I was 13, I didn't know nothing when I was 10. Like, my God, I was so innocent and I had no clue how evil this world is. If you can't put that shit into perspective and realize that kids are innocent and they should always learn on their own slowly, if you think, I'm going to teach this little girl 14, she looks grown up. If you think like that, you're a psycho, and we should have a way to, analyze these people out of society. I'm not saying we should right away judge them and everything, but man, before it gets to a point where they're doing creepy stuff and they're hiding amongst us in society, we should be able to pinpoint them out.
Yeah, but my point is on that one.
Yeah.
JG wants to come in. Hang on, JG, just 1 second while it's in my mind. Is that if you actually think like that, all right, Spoon, yes or no? If you actually think like that, is that normal or abnormal?
It's abnormal. You're not normal. There's something wrong with you. Why would you look at a kid?
It was a yes or no question. So you're abnormal, right? Okay. So is that necessarily a fault of that real person, their ego inside of that person, their soul inside of that person? Has it been something that's changed in their brain? Has it been from influences of young abuse or whatever, or chemically or whatever? They are not the same as you and me, which means they're abnormal. So should they actually, just be balls cut off, executed, thrown in a fire? I mean, it's not necessarily the fault of their will. It's a will that they've got inside them that they're not actually responsible for. I'm just saying.
Well, like I said, there's no such thing as pedophile women. All right, women can go with boys all they want.
No,
but I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about
wrong,
that.
Spoon.
All right,
pedophile women.
Yeah, I know, but I've never. That doesn't affect me as much. But as a man, what's the point of being a man if you're not protecting women and children? That's the only reason you're a man, is to protect the innocent.
Yes,
you want to keep
you're
them
missing
pure.
my point, Spoon. You're missing my point. The fact that they're not doing that means there's something that's abnormal. Should they get blamed for something that's abnormal when it's not their fault?
Yeah, they should get hung in the public square, in my
It's
opinion.
not their fault. It's not their fault.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault. But I don't mind taking the blame. I don't mind taking the blame for hanging a person like that. If I see a person constantly trying to get with a 13-year-old or a 12-year-old and I hang that person, I'll take that on my conscience.
But that person, you've got to get more Hey, this has gone into a debate that's reminding me from 2 years ago, and I got so much. Either I'm not articulate enough, or I am not putting over what I feel. Of course, it's wrong. I understand that and the anguish that could cause the people being abused and their family. I get it all. But all I am looking into is that person sane or insane? And if he's insane, death is unfair. I'm just saying, as he is a human being. My God, bloody light up the chat now, saying, "Oh, Andy, get the ball cut off," and do. I don't, I am just looking at it from outside, and I would still think this if I had a relative that had been abused. I would still think that going, well, there's something wrong with that guy. I wouldn't immediately think that he should be killed.
In California, they're trying to pass laws now that are saying that they're no longer called pedophiles. They're just minor attracted people. So now they're just normal people that are attracted to younger people. So how far does it go? Like at first we said, okay, gay people are allowed to live amongst us without being persecuted. Like we should evolve. Now we're at a point where these fucking clowns are teaching gay stuff to our kids in school. They want to read to our kids, and like how far does it go until we start throwing them off the roofs again? Like we have to bring it back. We let it go, and then we're like, okay, too much now. Bring it back. Like you can't let your kids do whatever they want, right? At some point, you're gonna have to punish them and teach them that there's rules and you have to have discipline in the world. You have to, you have to watch yourself. You can't just do whatever you want. And that's what happens when we let things new in society start to run. Like, are we gonna let people start to date 17-year-olds now, and then 16-year-olds? Then what's next? Like, when does it end? When do we pull it back and say no? 18 is a good number. Most people at 18, they want to leave home, they want to do their own. Well, then okay. Even me in my mind, some 18-year-old girls are still children. Have you ever seen an 18-year-old girl talk? She's a kid. She doesn't know how to speak.
Hello, Sounds. Sorry, carry on, Spoon. You're giving a really good debate here, and I have no answers for any of that. I really don't. It is a society thing, and it's the way that you're taught, and all this LBG, TV, UAVB, all the letters of the alphabet movements. It's fine. Should a man that's now become a woman win the Olympics, women's swimming? It's all debatable stuff, and the lines are very, very thin on all. My one point is that man should not kill another man. That's not right. That's it.
So everything goes in circles. Everything goes in cycles.
Executions are like, how can a civilization take a man into a chamber and kill him? I can't even conceive that thought, let alone understand. I just don't understand it. How can someone decide if someone lives or dies? That's beyond, that's going above. That's not even law of the jungle. That is not nature. That is just like, you did something wrong. We proved you're wrong. You're dead. Oh man, you must have been in the gunslinging days of fucking Texas.
Well, I had a friend that got stabbed.
It's still like that.
I had a friend that got stabbed once, and when we got to the hospital, I remember his mother. Okay, I showed up with the guy's brother, and I remember the mother went to my friend and said, "Kill them, kill the ones who did this to my baby." And my friend was smart enough to know she's just in the moment. She's watching her kid in the hospital bed, so she's losing it. But I remember in her eyes, she wasn't joking. She was like, "Go kill them right now." But the guy ended up going to jail. Everything worked out by law. But I remember, like, that's what happened. It's like in the moment. Like the worst things that can happen to a human, when they happen to you, you're ready to murder. It's just part of human nature. You have a daughter that comes home and she's been molested by some man and some bum from down the street. You're going to get your shotgun ready and you're going to go there and you're going to blow his head off because you're in that your blood's boiling. You can't, unless the police get him and everything works out. But if you get that moment to avenge your family, you will. Most people will. When you start that's
not a civilized way of going about things. It's primal, and I'm just debating.
Well, it's
here,
primal.
right?
It's primal to like molest your child. Some guy rapes your daughter, bro. You go and kill him. I think you did right, and you should not go to jail for that. You should be applauded in society because that guy might think somebody else.
You don't think in Stone Age times and medieval times, no one.
I wish, Mr. Andy. I wish I could stone them. It would be way better than shooting.
No. I just said.
I'd rather stone them.
Spoon, you didn't hear what I said. You don't think there was incest in like the Stone Age and all these in the medieval times? There was so much incest going on. Half the bloody royal families of today, including my own from the UK, were incest.
Yeah.
But you have
That's why
people are like asking for their head, unless you're Henry VIII, you know, I mean, and he did it for different reasons. But, you know, no, I just don't think this eye for an eye works. I think this eye for an eye is a fallacy. And it's definitely not the moral code of how you want to live and treat people. It's not the Buddhist way.
Well, like look at Texas. In Texas, if you try to rob somebody's house, they have the right to shoot you dead right on the spot because you're on their property trying to steal. Well, you know what happens?
Nothing wrong with that.
People steal. Less people steal.
Nothing. No, I didn't say that. If someone intrudes into your space and they're aggressive, you're killing them to save yourself. In corporal punishment, you're not killing that person to save yourself. It's just revenge. And revenge is a very rudimental, primal thing. Like, oh, he did that to me. Well, just look at this community. Yeah. Oh, he did that to me. I'm going to do that to him. Oh,
you're right.
He doxed me. I'll dox him. No, it's pathetic.
You're right. If YouTube was a real world,
sorry, JG.
If YouTube was a real place, we would have all killed each other already. We'd all be dead. There'd be nobody left here. You're right.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You know, so, but the rules that so-called civilization have brought in, because now life is, social society is very sophisticated because you've got all these other aspects, it's making it difficult to make laws. I get it. I get it all. JG, sorry we lost you there, mate.
Yeah, poor JG. Hey, JG, come back. I'll mute myself for 5 minutes, then I'll talk for 5 minutes, and I'll put a timer on. I'm always talking. He doesn't get a chance to talk, the poor guy.
No, you've been very cool, Spoon.
Come back up, JG.
I've been very impressed with you, Spoon. And JG was so quiet because when he comes onto my stream, he knows I really don't like it. But you know, a man about it all is like Asians can get away with that. Sounds. Oh, I've lost the chat here. I can't see the theme here. I'm glad me, who's that? Harriet. I'm glad me, a young juicy being liking senior people is not punishable by law. Yeah, sorry, that was from what I was saying. But it's a fetish. And what's a fetish? Look, okay. So Spoon, you like feet, and who hasn't heard of a feet fetish or a nipple fetish or a whatever mini skirt fetish?
It's not like that.
This
is
a
fetish. Just like to see nice feet. Don't like to touch them or anything.
No, Spoon, it's a fetish. But there's degrees of fetishism or whatever the word is. My point is that the people that like younger kids or they like to murder or whatever, it's something from inside that is compelling them to do it. So you like a foot, something inside you go, oh, look at that foot. I love that. I love the nails. I love that. No hard skin on the sole. Oh my, that's my foot. But that's not absolutely normal.
Yeah, no.
So you're slightly abnormal. You're not like a weirdo or anything because it's a thing. But all I'm saying is, so let's take the steps a bit further into something much more serious. But it's all part of the same thing. It's the way your brain works. And should
it all stems. It all stems from something. Like I don't have a foot fetish, but I do like sexy feet on a girl. And I think it all started when I was a kid. I remember we change after gym class or whatever. And I remember the first time I saw a girl's pretty feet. And I remember I was just a kid. It's not like I cared about anything back then. But I think that's probably somehow how my brain looks at it. A girl with ugly feet, I find that a bit, no matter how beautiful she is, I'll always be thinking about her gremlin-looking gargoyle feet.
Hang on, let me quiet my dog down. Oi! And we have somebody at the gate. It could be a pedophile. Hang on.
Get the gun. That's why we got guns. In case a pedo shows up at the door, just blast him. Don't shoot your Jehovah's Witness. They just look like pedos. They're not really. They're just very creepy, nerdy types. Don't shoot the priest.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Just never know.
Okay. All right, I'm going to call it a day, I think, because I got things to do now. But
All right.
you know, it's like I think it's outrun its usefulness. But thank you for coming on, Spoon.
Nice talking to you. I'll see you later.
Yeah, I'm not bored of what you're saying. Everything you said was cool, and you're a good debater. no, you were cool, bro. You were
I
cool,
understand
and
you
you're
got things to do.
Any more time, but it's gone on a little bit longer than I anticipated, and I got some stuff to do, so I've got to get into it. So, thanks for coming on, and thanks for everybody, and thanks for the subs, everybody. And as soon as we get to 50, I will do one live one on my own channel. Okay.
I'll be waiting for that.
It would be boring, Will, but thank you.
With time, it'll grow. All right.
All right.
Later.
I'm closing. Okay. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat, so much. Thanks again for the subs. It's been really cool. Especially Blue and Man About the House finally found out where my address was. I'll leave it up one more time before I say goodbye. And then that's it. Thank you guys for joining. I thoroughly enjoyed that one. That was really cool.